Wow, hello Pixel. Hello, welcome everyone. Guess what happened? I was muted for the past how long have I been streaming? 3 minutes. Wow. I'm so sad because I was I, I I did like a whole intro and like explanation and I was muted. Wow. It's so embarrassing. Okay. Also, I think my BGM is a little low, so let me turn that up. Sorry. Um Okay, wow. I had to say everything again, I guess, but hello everyone! Hello Pixel! So, what did I say? Okay, I want to apologize. Why do I have to apologize twice? This is so unfair. I already apologized once. I guess I was muted. So anyways, I wanted to apologize because I was like hyping the stream up. I was like, wow guys, there's gonna be a special stream on the 12th when I get back. But I lied because if you didn't know, I was on a business trip all of last week and it absolutely killed me. So I had no time at all to do like any stream related stuff. So I was just not I did not get everything I needed to get done for my stream in time. So I'm gonna push it back 2 weeks. So really sorry about that if you were expecting something special today. Today's just gonna be a just chatting stream. And we're at the Pixel screen, the PixArt screen, because I don't have a just chatting screen set up just yet. So a little false advertisement. So if you're here for pixel art, you might not see that today. Just a heads up. but yeah, I'm pretty excited because for once I actually have like stories to talk about because my business trip was pretty wild. But I also have to be careful because like I don't want to like dox myself, you know. So I'm gonna try my best to like tell all my business trip stories without like actually, giving any details. Which is gonna be kind of sad, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. So, you know what really sucks about being muted for the first like 15 minutes. I haven't even been streaming for 15 minutes. It felt like 15 minutes. For the first 3 minutes is I don't know what I said while I was muted and what I didn't say. So now I'm like scared. I'm like, what if I already said this? But then it's like, what if I was muted? So then it's okay to say it again. Hello Tia! Welcome Pixel! Hope you're doing well today. Today's a just chatting stream. For the first time in my life, I'm actually brave enough to do a just chatting stream. You know, funny story, but when I first, I guess, got into streaming and VTubers, I wouldn't even say got into. I think this is before I got into streaming and VTubers, but I like knew Twitch existed, so I went to check it out just because, I want to know, like, what's the hype about? So I went to Twitch, and then there's just a ton of streams that were just chatting, and I was like, what's the point of a just chatting stream? Like, are they just talking? Like, is that entertaining? I was like, wow, like, who would watch that? Like, why would you watch someone just talk? Like, I want gameplay or something, you know? Anyways, look at me now, doing a just chatting stream. Okay, but I do have stories today. So, last week, I went on my first ever business trip, which was really exciting. And it was pretty scary because it was an international business trip. So I had to leave my country, which was pretty scary. So I went to Canada, which is not too bad because I live in America and like we're kind of neighbors and we're pretty similar. Like it's both English speaking, so at least like no language barrier or anything. And culturally, I think it's pretty similar as well. So that part wasn't too bad. The customs was kind of scary, but I'll get to that part later. So I think the worst part about my business trip though was my flight was last Friday and I got back this Friday, but I had to work Saturday to Friday. Or like, yeah, I had to work Saturday to Friday and then I like just left work midday this past Friday to catch my flight. So I had to work 7 days in a row, and that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. I had no weekend. I'm gonna get like an extra vacation day to make up for it, but that was like people that like don't have vacations. I don't know how they live. It was pretty crazy. And the worst part about it was my shifts were 12 hours long each. So like every day I just worked 12 hours in a row and there was like no break at all. It was like a little chill. Like if I just didn't want to work, I didn't like have to work all the time. Like there's no one looking over my shoulder like making sure I'm working. So in a sense, like I had some break. Like I could go use the restroom or like walk around whenever, or like eat lunch or dinner, cause it was like 7. My shift was 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But the thing is, like, we were just so busy that even like when I got lunch, I would just go back to my desk and I would keep working while eating lunch. I mean, and like, it wasn't like they forced me to do that. It was just like, it felt expected, so I just did it. Sounds like hell. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. It was also kind of fun though, which is like, I don't know, weird to say, but I think like the work itself was pretty interesting. So it wasn't as bad as it might sound, but still like 12-hour shifts every day, 7 days in a row was I don't know if I could have like kept going. I think I was at my limit Friday. And it was like extra bad because I started having dreams about it. Like it was okay the first few nights, but by Wednesday night, like Wednesday, Thursday night, my dreams was just work. Like I would go to work, go to my hotel room, order food, fall asleep, and then I would just keep dreaming about work. So that really sucked. And then I would wake up and be like, oh no, I had to do this all again. So yeah, that's also why I had no time last week at all to prepare. I don't know why. I like knew I was gonna be working 12-hour shifts, but for some reason I thought like, oh, I'll still have like enough energy to like, you know, work a little bit on my stream. But I did not. I just did not want to do anything when I got back to my hotel room. And also it was cause pretty much like my only option was to get Uber Eats. I mean, not really. I was just too tired to like actually walk to a restaurant. Even though there was like a ton of restaurants near me, I was just like, no, I wanna just like relax. I don't want to leave my room. Sorry, my voice is dying. But what's that? Uber Eats, yes. And then like Uber Eats would take like an hour just to come, and then I would take like an hour to eat, and then by then it was already bedtime because I had to wake up at 6 a.m. the next day. So I had no time for anything. But yeah, that was like the hours aspect of it, which was pretty terrible. But also just the flight there was really scary because it was my first time traveling international alone. So, and like my company kind of prepared me for it, but they didn't say that much about it. I just knew that I had to be careful at customs because if I said the wrong thing, they wouldn't let me into the country. So I was like really scared about that. Cause also like customs, like for going into Canada, at least the customs is in Canada. So it's like I would already be in Canada, but then they wouldn't let me in into the country. So I wouldn't know what to do at all. So that was like really scary. And then just customs in Canada right now is just really, really bad. There's like, I think I heard that they're understaffed right now. So it took a long time to get through customs. Like we had to wait, I think at least 40 minutes on the airplane. Like they wouldn't let us off the airplane because apparently there was too many people at customs. So we had just had to wait in the air on the airplane for like for people to like finish up with customs so we could do it too. So and then once I actually got to customs, it was like wild, like absolutely crazy. There's just like so many people. It was like an anime convention basically. It was like AX all over again. There were so many people there, and there was like, yeah, there was just like only a handful of workers, and they were trying their best to direct people to the right places, but I could tell it was chaos. Like there were lines forming just like in the most random places. Like usually like at airports they have like all those like belt thingies. What are they called? Fences, like those belt fences. There's a name for that, but they have those belt fences usually like for lines, but no, they're just like lines going everywhere during customs because there's just so many people. And so I had to wait in line for a really long time. And then I was really scared when I got to like the customs people, because like my company warned me like you can't say that you're there for business, even though it's like a business trip, because if you say that, then they're gonna think that you're, I guess, employed by a Canadian company and you're like trying to move to Canada for work or something. So I couldn't say that it's for business. But then like I was like thinking like, what am I supposed to say? Because it's a business trip. Like I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm going on vacation, because that would be a lie. So I was really scared. And then so I was just like, what was I saying? I was just like, oh yeah, I'm here to help like this company. And then the guy was like, do you have a work permit? And I had never heard of work permits before, so I was just like, no. And then he was like, okay. So I was like really scared, but I guess he was just like trying to be intimidating, because he let me through. And then also he asked how long I was staying. I was confused because I was leaving on the 10th, so I said 10 days, but I was only staying for 7 days. So I accidentally gave him the wrong number, but then he let me through anyways. So I guess they were just being scary. Or maybe there were just too many people, so he didn't really check, but I was really terrified of customs. Like I didn't think they would actually, like question you like that, but they do. That was pretty scary. But I made it through safely, and it was good. I got into the wrong Uber at the airport, which was really embarrassing, and also it wasn't my fault, because I was Ubering with a coworker, and then my coworker was like, oh hey, that's our Uber. So I went in like to the car, and then it wasn't our Uber. So that was pretty embarrassing, but it was okay. We just got out and said sorry, and then our real Uber came. And then Canada's really nice. I went to Toronto, and Toronto's just like really nice. I didn't really explore the city because I was working 12-hour shifts. And so I had zero time to explore. Like I got there at like 10. So I had to go to bed right away because I was gonna wake up at 7 a.m. the next day. And then after that, I just worked until I had to fly back. So I had zero time to explore the city, which was really sad. But from my Uber ride to my hotel, the city looked really nice. It was really cool because I'm not from a huge city myself. So it felt really nice, I guess, being in a big city for once. I really felt like a real city businessman, which is really cool. But yeah, that was pretty fun, I think. not customs, but like the Uber ride to my hotel, which sounds sad. I don't know. I like sitting in like cars or buses and just looking out the window and enjoying the scenery. I know when I was younger, I would have my family would go on a lot of car trips. Is that what it's called? Car trips? There's like a name for that too. But we would be like car vacations? Wait, what's the name? Is it just car trips? Okay, well, our family would go on like a lot of long car rides. And I would be always so bored. But then like my parents would be like, I'll just look out the window. I would always be like what? Like the window? Like there's literally nothing. There's just a road out there. Why would you look outside the window? Like how is that entertaining? But I guess as I've grown older, I understand a bit more. There's just something nice about not having to think. You know, just looking out the window and just turning your brain off. It's kind of nice. But yeah, Canada was pretty fun. Also, it was nice because our hotel was like right in the middle of downtown. So even just like walking to my office, I was able to see like a lot of the downtown. Not a lot of the downtown, but I was able to see tall buildings, which is like what I wanted. Because I don't know, tall buildings are pretty cool. I don't know if I would want to live like in a big city permanently, but it was a good experience. I think if you've never been into a big city before, you should at least go once, because it's really unique, I think. Like, I don't know if you might not like it. I think there's definitely stuff not to like about big cities. It's like really crowded, really chaotic. There's like a lot of people there, and it's a little scary too, because there's just so many people and so many cars. It's just like so many stores, and like it's like low-key a little shady as well. But it's definitely an experience that I would recommend at least once. Doesn't this BGM kind of sound like Wii music? I actually just chose a random BGM before the stream started. But I don't know, it's giving me Wii channel vibes. Sorry, that was off topic. Let's see. What else happened during my business trip? Oh, something else happened. I got like kind of scared at one point, because in order to go back to America, you need to have a negative COVID test. So my company was just like, oh yeah, so there's like a COVID, like a pharmacy in the building that your office is at, so you could just go there. And so I didn't make any appointments or anything, because it was a walk-in place you could go to. So the day before my flight, because you have to take it like the day before your flight, I go to the walk-in place with another coworker. But then like the other coworker told me like, oh, you need a passport, so you should go get it. Because I had a passport, I just didn't have it with me, so I had to go back to the hotel and get my passport. So like my coworker got their COVID test, and I like went back to the hotel. And then I go back to the pharmacy, and they're like, oh yeah, we're out. And I like panicked so hard, because I was like, wait, like this is the only walk-in pharmacy that does COVID. Why am I like stuck? Okay, wait, what? Sorry, I was just like lost on my screen for some reason, but I was really scared, because I was like, wait, I need a COVID test to get back home. I don't want to stay in Canada for another like week, because I couldn't find a COVID test. So I panicked, and I was like, okay, is there any like similar stores nearby? And then the guy was like, oh yeah, it's like a 10-minute walk. So I checked Google Maps, and there were actually two stores. There was like one north and one south, and they were both 10-minute walks. So he told me to go to the north store to check, but the south one was like a minute closer. walking wise. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go south, because even though it's not what he said, it's closer, and it's like they're all the same brand of store. So I decided to go south, and I walked 10 minutes, and it was so hot, and it was like so city, like so crowded, and there's so many people smoking, and I was like dying. Because also I like dressed really heavily that day for some reason. I don't know, I think I thought it was gonna be cold because it was kind of cloudy in the morning, but it ended up being really hot. So I had to walk 10 minutes south, which doesn't sound bad, but look, it was okay. The first 10 minutes wasn't too bad actually, but I got there and they're like, oh yeah, sorry, we don't do walk-ins here, even though it was like the same brand, like the same store chain. So I was like, oh okay, you know, thank you. And then I left and I had to go back to my starting point. And then I was like, okay, well, I still need a COVID test. So I decided to go check out the north location. And at this point, I've been walking for like 20 minutes already. Probably more than that, because I had to go to the hotel, and then I had to go back to my office, and then I had to go to the south location, and then back. So it was like, I've been walking like, maybe like 35 minutes. So I go to the north location, and they also don't have walk-in COVID tests, and then I had to go back, and I walked like pretty much, I think, a total of 1 hour. 1 hour looking for COVID tests in the hot Canadian heat, which I guess isn't too hot, but man, that was pretty terrible. I think that was definitely like probably one of the lowest points of my trip. But yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to tell that story as like a warning to you all. Make sure to schedule a COVID test. Don't trust walk-ins. If you ever go to like Canada and you have to go back to America, yeah, make sure you schedule that appointment in advance. Cause it all worked out okay because I just scheduled an appointment and there was like same day appointment scheduling. Which I didn't like realize that was a thing, otherwise I wouldn't have like just walked everywhere. But yeah, I managed to just like schedule a same day appointment at a different store chain and it was all good. But like, that like 1 hour I was like just walking around trying to find a walk-in COVID test was so terrible. Would not recommend. But otherwise it was pretty interesting. Kind of like, at one point I got yelled at. At one point I got yelled at by like a manager, like a higher up at a different company, like a company that we were working with. So it was like someone I didn't know at all, and it was like someone not part of my company. But they just like, I had to like tell them some kind of like bad news, I guess. Or it was like, yeah, it was bad news. I had to like deliver bad news to them. And so they just yelled at me for 15 minutes, but I was like, okay, like this isn't even my fault, you know? Like this is, okay, the thing is, it was the other company's fault. I'm not gonna go into specifics, but something wasn't working because the other company wasn't able to set it up correctly. And so it wouldn't work with my company's stuff. So I had to tell them that. But it was the other company's fault. And so I tell like the higher up that. And then she just yells at me for 15 minutes. She's like, wow, you guys are terrible. I hate everything. This is gonna cost me thousands of dollars. I'm like, okay, look, like, yeah, it sucks, but I'm not the one that you should yell at. And she did apologize later. She was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was just like kind of fed up because like a lot of people were complaining to her, I guess, that day. But I don't know. It was a little traumatizing. But I was just scared that I was gonna get like fired, but it was okay. It was okay. I wasn't fired, so it was good. And then also I told my boss and he was like, oh yeah, if people yell at you, you should just leave. And I was like, okay, that's nice to know. Next time I'll just leave. Cause like I could not solve her problems. Like I was not the person to yell at. But Yeah, that was my business trip. I don't know if that was interesting to hear, but that's what happened in my life the past week. It's really interesting because first business trip I ever took, and both very terrible, very traumatic, but also kind of fun in a way. The work I was doing was pretty enjoyable. It was nice, I guess, seeing the work I do have actual impact because I was on site at like where they use the product I helped make. So it was really cool, I think, like seeing my work have a direct impact on other people. As long as you had fun, that's good. Yeah, I think I also got paid. I didn't get paid extra, which really sucks because I worked 12 hours every day and I also had to work the weekend. So I feel like I should have gotten paid extra for that. But, you know, I got paid. Oh, okay, I didn't get paid extra, but my company paid for my food. So I definitely, they gave me like a $60 budget for food a day. So I definitely took advantage of that because I'm really, I don't like spending a lot of money because I like saving my money to spend on like bigger things. So I don't really like spending a lot of money on food and stuff. So there's like a lot of food that I've always wanted to try, but it was just like always too expensive for me to try. Like I've always wanted to just like I never order appetizers when I go out to eat because it's like too much money. It's not too much money, but it's like usually like an extra $7 and it's like I could use that $7 elsewhere, you know? Like it definitely adds up if you're buying appetizers every time you go out. So I usually don't buy appetizers unless I'm like sharing with friends. But because like my company was paying for it all, I got so much food. And it was really nice. I've always wanted to try like a lobster roll and like squid ink pasta, so I got those during my trip and my company paid for it all, which was really nice. But yeah, business trips are, or I mean, I'm sure business trips like are really different depending on what company you're working on, but it was a pretty fun experience. I think also like it felt kind of like weird because I'm not super, I guess, like rich or anything, but because like my company was paying for most of it, like I got put in a really nice hotel. I don't even think it was really nice. It was just like nice. But it was like I usually stay in like those like small motels, you know, to save money. So this like hotel was pretty fancy, which was really cool. I felt like a real businessman. Like the guy at the front desk called me sir. Which I don't know. I don't think that's like too fancy, but it felt really fancy to me. But yeah, that was my business trip story. Let's see. How long have I been streaming? 30 minutes? Okay. Yeah, I don't know how long the stream is gonna be. Probably just like maybe an hour. Cause I don't know how much I have left to talk about. I was like, I'm gonna just talk about my business trip because I had no time to prepare for today's stream at all. So now that I've told that story, I'm actually out of things to talk about, but that's okay because I'll just come up with something. Recently, I've really wanted to play Apex again. By recently, I mean like during the past week. The little free time I had in my hotel, I was just watching Apex streams. So now I want to play Apex again. But I'm like cautious about it. I don't know if cautious is the right word, but I'm like hesitant because I like lag so bad when I play Apex while streaming. It's pretty okay when I'm not streaming, but if I'm doing it while streaming with my avatar up, then it's real bad. So we'll see. We'll see. That was so random, I just... But that's okay. I feel like that's what just chatting streams are, you know? Just talking about like random things. At least I hope that is. Low-key, I don't watch that many just chatting streams. Hello Caillou! Welcome Pixel! Today I'm just chatting because I don't have the brain power to do pixel art. Cause I just got back from 7 days of working 12-hour shifts. So my mind does not exist at all. I only have enough brain power. I might have said this already, but I think I was muted when I said this, so it's okay. But I only have enough brain power to do one thing at a time today. So I could talk, I could do pixel art, or I could play a game. But I can only do one of those at a time. If I'm like doing pixel art, I'm not talking. I enjoy playing Apex sometimes, but my terrible PC makes it hard. Right? Wait, I feel that so hard. Is hard the right word? I'm sorry. My English also is just not working at all today. So I don't think it ever works, so maybe that's normal, but I definitely feel that. It's like, I know that I'm not that good at Apex or just games in general, but I also know that if my computer was better, I would also be better. I'm doing dailies in World Flipper. Oh, I forgot what World Flipper dailies are, but I haven't played World Flipper in so long. I'm actually kind of scared of playing World Flipper because I feel like I could really easily fall in love with it. And I don't know if I have time for that. I don't know if I have time to fall in love with another gacha game. I used to play World Flipper until they actually came out with the English version. But then like I already had a JP account, so I felt bad ditching my JP account because it had like some really nice characters. So I just stopped playing altogether. But World Flipper is pretty fun. I enjoyed the multiplayer aspect of it. So I always did the least damage, which made me feel kind of bad. But you know, be like that sometimes. We recently got character buffs that JP got like 1 year later. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I know JP had some problems with like balancing, I think. So at least now we're not just JP copy pasta. Yeah, that's really, I think it's always really interesting when like different regional games or like regional versions have like differences, because then like sometimes like even if it's just like a special regional character or something, it could like change the meta completely between regions, which is, I don't know, interesting to me. Yeah, I like World Flipper. It's really fun. Also, it's pixel art, which is cool. Animation is really good. That was a launch thing? Oh, I see. Win combo was just a mistake team-wise. Oh, that's interesting. I think in JP, I think I heard like at the start Wind was OP or something. But I'm not sure. Do you know if the English version has got the ReZero collab yet? That's like the main reason why I stopped playing, because I had Amelia, which is, this is a controversial opinion for sure, and I know that. You know, I accept it, but Amelia, best girl. ReZero, Amelia, best girl. Not. You could try to counter that, but it's fact. It's fact. Okay, I don't know about fact, but it's definitely my opinion, and I'm maintaining that opinion. So like, I didn't want to move to English because I'd be losing Amelia, and I don't know when she would ever come back, if she would ever come back. So I didn't want to lose her. Yeah, because you had this team that kept cycling skills. I see. Hell yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm glad. Amelia is 100% best girl. we don't even know if she's gonna be in English, right? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm worried about, because I really liked that collab. So I'm just like scared she's never gonna come to English and I'll just never get her again. So that's why I'm like hesitant to make the jump. But yeah, I don't know. Amelia, she's just... I feel like it just makes more sense for her to be best girl, because like, unlike, you know, some other candidates, she didn't try to kill the main character, you know? The data mine went past the ReZero event and didn't find it. Oh no. Oh no. It's okay, you know, I feel like events are always kind of weird, so I wouldn't give up hope, but oh man, that's definitely not, I guess, good news. Huge gap in dates. I see. Well, it's okay. Low-key, I'm like kind of scared to play gacha games, to play like new gacha games after Dragalia. Low-key a little traumatized from that, so probably won't be picking up any gacha games anytime soon. But I play Archetypes occasionally. People would like it if it wasn't there. No idea, you know, when that banner drops. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I have to like look really closely at my other laptop to read the chat. So if I like look like I'm looking away, it's probably because I am looking away. Oh, but I do have plans to... Sorry, this is like completely changing the topic, but I do have plans to get a new laptop so I could actually stream games and not worry about lag. But that's probably gonna like take a good while because I had to first up save the money and then I had to wait for the laptop to come. So hopefully by like winter, by the end of summer. Wait, I skipped a whole season there. Hopefully by fall, I'll get a new laptop. The ReZero banner is the last of a long list of banners starting from anniversary. I see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, crossing my fingers. I hope the ReZero banner comes. I think one sad thing about the ReZero banner though is that like the pink-haired maid, Ram, sorry I forgot her name for a second. She's only a 4-star, or like she's not the highest rarity. So sad. I feel like she should be even with her sister, even though I guess Rem is more important. JP is collabing with Konosuba as well. Oh, I wonder if NA will have that too, because it's like after it's been released. And Uma Musume? Okay, Uma Musume is not as surprising. Wow, that's pretty cool though. I really like when gacha games collab with other games. Just, I don't know, it's nice. I haven't watched Konosuba in so long though. It's like, I really enjoyed it, but I just haven't watched it in a long time. There's like a lot of collabs for it. It's interesting, I feel like, because like it's so popular and it's like there's so much merchandise and collabs all the time with Konosuba, but then there's like no more anime seasons. I don't know, that makes it kind of sad. I would like to watch more Konosuba. Man, I was gonna try to do the do for my background music. Like I was gonna like time it together with my background music, but I missed it. So if you guys heard like a little bit of silence, like, you know, just like a few seconds ago, it's because I missed the timing and I was just like silently being sad about it. They also did another collab with Precone where they added the little lyricals. Oh, wait, who are the little lyricals? Precone. Are they the... Is that like the carrot girl in them? Yeah, it is the carrot girl. Oh, that's a pretty interesting choice. I never actually finished the second pre-Kone season. I think I wanted it to be more slice of life, but then there was like a little too much plot for me. I think it was still good, but I think I was expecting more slice of life like the first season, but there's just a little too much plot for me. But I think the plot was pretty good as well. They're the second most popular guild? Funny because they are an unofficial guild. Yeah, they are an unofficial guild. Was it because they're too young? I don't remember, but I didn't know they were the second most popular guild. I always thought it would be like, maybe like the sisters or something. I don't really keep up with pre-Kone. 8 to 10. Dang. What was I doing when I was 8 to 10? I was like, existing. I was definitely just existing. I don't think I was making any contributions to the world when I was 8 to 10. Okay, let's see. Probably gonna end stream at 2 o'clock, so like the next hour in like 16 minutes. Can I math correctly? 6 plus 4 is 50 equals 10. Okay, yeah, in 16 minutes. Because I'm out of things to say. Also, I have a lot of stuff to do because I still have to unpack for my business trip. I got home on Friday and I just like went straight to bed. And then yesterday I just existed and then I didn't unpack at all. So I still have to do that. Because I got work tomorrow. Yay. But I'm really glad to be back streaming. I missed it. It's really sad because I had like a lot of plans for this week and next, or not a lot of plans, but I had plans for this week and next week. Like I made a schedule, but since I had to delay my special stream that was gonna be today, that's all that stuff is gonna be delayed as well. So I don't know, I'm probably just gonna have like some more chill vibe streams. And by that I mean I don't know what I'm doing. So don't expect too much, but maybe just like some League or Apex, or just like something more casual the next 2 weeks. And then for sure, unless like I don't know, unless like a rocket comes and like knocks me out of orbit, I'm going to have my special stream on whatever 2 weeks is from now. I still can't math. Is it 2 plus 14? Is that how you calculate weeks? On the 26th, yes. I know I've been hyping the stream up, but you guys don't even know what it is. I'm like, wow, I have this special stream coming. You guys don't even know what I'm doing. Like, it could literally just be me just like existing there. Please don't remind me of an advertisement that existed like 10 years ago. Guys, I'm like those games that like, I'm like, wow, release date 2022, but ends up releasing in 2028. Actually, did you guys hear Grand Blue Fantasy Relink got delayed to 2023? I've been hyped for that game since like probably like 2015. I was so hyped for it in 2015 because I was like, wow, I love Grand Blue, like, but I didn't like playing the game, but I like the characters. Like I really like Grand Blue's art and the character designs. So I always like really liked Grand Blue, but I just didn't really like playing the gacha game. The gameplay just wasn't really for me, I think. It's not bad, but it's a bit too much. So I always wanted to play Grand Blue, but I didn't want to play the game. So when they announced Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which if you don't know, it's like the Grand Blue cast, except it's like a more traditional JRPG. Like it's, I think, live action combat. That's not what it's called. It's not called live action. What is it called? Like, you know, like when you actually attack and it's like live, whatever that is. It's that. It's basically, yeah, it's an actual, like, you know, game. Not that the mobile game. It's not even mobile. Not that the browser game isn't a game. But I was really excited because I was like, wow, I could finally, you know, play as the Grand Blue characters. And it's like a game that I would enjoy. So I was really, really excited. But then, let's see. But then, like, they didn't really have like a release date or anything about it. And that was like, I don't know if it was 2015, but it felt like 2015. And I was like hyped. Fast forward 2 years, I just started playing Grand Blue, like the normal gacha game, because I was like, I don't know, I was so tired of waiting. Like, I just gave up on Relink, so I just started playing the gacha game. And then eventually I stopped because it was too much work. And now Relink is still not out. Like, I waited so long for Relink that I started playing the actual game, and then I also stopped playing the actual game. Like, it's like, I don't know, like a whole phase of my life, like multiple phases of my life, and Relink is still not out. And at this point, I'm like low-key already like a little over Grand Blue. Like, I still like it. It's just like, you know, not as prevalent in my life anymore. There's this mom saying, like, may a meteor hit me if there's something tastier than this. Is that a mom saying? Am I a mom? Guess what happened? I changed PC, so I had to recover everything to play Grand Blue Fantasy. Wait, really? Isn't your account linked to, like, Mobage? At least that's what I had to do. Because I know I also switched laptops, and I think my account still saved everything. Oh, but I hope you're able to recover everything, Caillou. It's linked to an app, and I have to find all the data I put there. I will do it in July. Oh, I see. Good luck. Man, having to recover files is always, I wouldn't say the worst, but it's always really scary. It's always like time consuming, and you're just like, I should do it. But is it really worth it? For now I'm just chilling. Yeah, Grand Blue probably isn't going away anytime soon. But actually, you know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure between Relink's Grand Blue Fantasy Relink's announcement and now, Dragalia got announced, Dragalia started service, and Dragalia announced end of service. That's how long I've been waiting for Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Neither's FGO, which I started playing. Oh. Is FGL still going strong? I feel like I don't hear about it as much anymore. Like, I know it's definitely still huge, but I feel like these days it's all about like Uma Musume. That's what I see the most of these days. It is? That's glad. That's glad to hear? No, that's good to hear. Even though I'm not a huge Fate fan, you know, I'm happy for them. And I was gonna say something, but I forgot. You know, DL Twitter is still weirding me now. Oh wait, what's up with DL Twitter? I know they've been posting the profiles. They're like slowly catching up. That makes me like a little sad, but it's okay. It's okay. I've accepted it. not really, but it's okay. The profiles are super weird. I see. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that they're doing that. I haven't actually read them. Is it the content that they're weird, or just like that they're doing that it's weird? But I guess, just in case you guys don't know, Grand Blue Fantasy is just like posting all the every single profile for like every single character in the game. It's like pretty interesting. The fact that Nintendo finally decided to advertise the game more after end of service. Yeah, interesting. I hope it's a good thing. Dragalia Switch? I would spend $60 on that. For sure. For real, for real. I should say for real more. Or maybe I shouldn't, but I don't know. It's like the newest slang I learned. I'm so proud of it because I'm usually so behind on slang. And I know for real is already kind of not cool anymore, but that's okay. Because in terms of like my slang usage, I'm usually like 5 years behind. So just the fact that I know for real is like a word, I feel like makes me really cool already. Sorry, I'm not actually that old. I feel like I definitely sound like I'm kind of old. Like I'm taking business trips and all that, but no, I'm not that old. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I actually don't know how old I am anymore. I stopped counting. You know, I'm actually really happy that at customs the person didn't ask me how old I was, because I would I would definitely have paused and that would have been really suspicious. Speaking of suspicious, I was recently on Ami and they had like a ton of Among Us merchandise. Dang. I am 19, wow, to think it was 13 when Heroes came out. Wait, I feel that. I don't know why, but Heroes still feels kinda new to me. Or rather, it doesn't feel 6 years old to me at least. And it definitely is 6 years old. At least. I actually don't know how old it is, but it's wild. Games really just like exist and then they stay existing. Okay, that didn't make a lot of sense, but it's like games, they like come out and then before you know it they're like 10 years old and you're like, wild. I'm not even 10 years old. But like actually, it's kind of wild. Oh, something kind of interesting, but apparently I found out yesterday that Until Dawn finally got a sequel. Kind of sequel. I think it's called The Quarry. Looks really cool. I mean, in 2 months, World Flipper will do the first anniversary events, probably? World Flipper English, right? Because I think I remember doing the first year anniversaries in JP already. Right? Okay, I'm pretty sure World Flipper JP is kind of old already. But, what's it? Until Dawn, yes! How old is Until Dawn? I didn't realize how old Until Dawn was until yesterday. Cause like I remember when it came out, it was like so hyped, but I didn't hear anything about the Quarry, so I don't know. Interesting. Zombieland collab now? Oh yeah, 1 year anniversary is soon for you guys, cause I think I started playing near the zombie collab, and then 1 year anniversary was just a little bit after that. Zombieland Saga Season 2 was surprisingly good. Kinda random, but if you're looking for like a good idol anime, Zombieland Saga isn't bad. I'm not a huge fan of the music for Zombieland Saga, but the show itself is pretty good. The animation is good. It's like really consistent. Yeah, really consistent. Like there's no part where you're just kind of like, you know, like you're sometimes like you watch anime and you're like, I wonder what the budget was for this episode. People are getting in the game for Lily, which is kind of wild. Okay, well Lily's a really good character. Actually, I mean, I like all the Zombieland Saga characters. You know what? Yeah, I just like all the Zombieland Saga characters. I would get into a game for any one of them. I mean, not really. I'm not a huge fan of Zombieland Saga, but I definitely like the characters. Like, it's definitely a positive if I see them. Sakura's skill is just the meme. I actually don't know what anyone's skill is, because when I played in JP, I could not read JP, so I was just like, okay, tap, tap, tap. Please work. I was like, okay, you know what? This color looks like it'd be strong against this other color. Like, it's blue, right? So that means it's water, probably, which means it's probably good against fire, right? Like, I read some of the translations, but for the most part, I was just like, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember, it's the truck. That was such a good scene. Iconic. I feel like they knew that what they were doing when they made that scene. You know, when I first watched Zombieland Saga, they had like no, I guess, advertisement or anything for it. So I thought it would be like a straight up like horror show, like zombie horror anime. I did not think it would be an idol show at all. Anyways, that scene was whack. I felt like I got hit by a truck too. Okay, well, it's 2 o'clock for me, so I'll probably be ending stream here. I don't know why I said that like that. I was like mid yawn. If I sounded weird, that's why. I'm actually not that tired right now, but I have a lot of stuff I need to do today. Cause I'm actually pretty busy next week as well, cause I'll be working 10-hour shifts next week, which is still kind of sucky. But better than 12 hours, at least. So had to get all my stream stuff done today, cause probably won't have time during the week next week. I'll still try to stream at least once. Just had to prep today. But thank you guys all for coming, and I hope you guys had a good time. Make sure to smile at least once today. You know? Laugh a little. Have a good time. Because you deserve it? I don't know. Wait, I didn't mean to sound like questioning. I was just thinking like, is that like the correct phrasing? But yeah, you guys definitely deserve that. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm like working on my like outro. I don't have a good one yet. It'll come to me one day. Maybe. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. I'll try to have one stream at least this week, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see, because I am working 10-hour shifts, and I also have to commute, so... So, I don't know how much time I'll have, but you guys at least enjoyed today, and stay tuned for my special stream coming in 2 weeks, which you don't know what it is, but for sure, 2 weeks, 100%, guarantee Pixel. Thank you guys, and Pixel out. And I actually, wait, I can't show my ending screen because it's like spoiler right now. But yeah, thank you for coming, and Pixel out, goodbye!